A new type of TikTok dance in court.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Amazon Business, focused on offering smart business buying solutions, leaving time to focus on growth. More at amazonbusiness.com.
From Marketplace, I'm Nancy Marshall-Genzer in for David Brancaccio. Later today, TikTok and U.S. government lawyers will face off at the U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington. It's a crucial hearing that will help determine the fate of the video sharing app in the United States. Marketplace's Nova Safo has more.
TikTok is challenging a law that requires its Chinese parent to sell off the app. If it fails to do so, TikTok could be banned over national security concerns. Congress overwhelmingly approved the law in April, giving parent company ByteDance until January 19 to divest. Lawmakers and national security officials say the company has ties to China's government and military, and they fear TikTok can be used to spy on Americans or covertly influence them. TikTok and ByteDance say that those fears are unfounded and that the law violates Americans' free speech rights. The companies say divestiture is, quote, not possible technologically, commercially, or legally. Both sides are asking the appeals court to rule by early December to give the Supreme Court time to have the final say if it chooses to take up the case. I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
Let's do the numbers. The Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ futures are mixed in the 2 to 0.8% range, with the Dow future up more than 80 points.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by C3 Generative AI. C3 Generative AI enables rapid access to secure, traceable, hallucination-free insights from enterprise systems, all while using any LLM, helping enterprises turn the invisible into the obvious. C3.ai. This is Enterprise AI.
Today, we launch a project we're calling Office Politics. At a time of increasing political polarization, we're looking at how companies intensify or ease political divides by taking sides, taking stands, and or bringing us together. Ahead of the election, we'll come at this from multiple angles, from companies that use their brands and their employees to push policies and candidates, as well as organizations that dial down the political temperature by promoting constructive dialogue. Today on Office Politics, a CEO who's all in for Donald Trump, but who thinks that polarization has gone too far. Anthony Constantino is founder of Sticker Mule, an upstate New York-based company that does customized merchandise from T-shirts to stickers to hot sauce. He spoke to Marketplace's David Brancaccio in a conversation recorded prior to yesterday's arrest of a gunman near Donald Trump in Florida. Here's David.
All will remember that day in midsummer when the news came that a sniper shot at and hit the ear of Donald Trump, now the Republican candidate. A person in the crowd was killed, others wounded. What was it you felt the need to communicate when you went on the company's account on X after that shooting?
I've been in the business of solving problems for a long time, not in the business of making money. And for the last 8 years, I've seen this issue of 10 million or so people just instinctively hate 100 million or so Trump supporters that happen to be all over the world is one of the bigger problems in the world today. And I thought it was a chance to do something to fix it. And, when I saw President Trump's courageous reaction to what happened, I just said, now's the time to stand forward and try and address the situation and try and fix it really for everybody.
And you're quite candid for a CEO. I mean, part of what you had put onto X was, quote, I support Trump. Many at Sticker Mule do. Many at Sticker Mule also support Biden at the time. The political hate, you wrote, needs to stop. The first part of that, I support Trump. I mean, you took a position there.
I run a company that happens to be in 39 different countries. I got 1,200 employees, people from all perspectives and all different viewpoints. And we all have a great time. We all get together and enjoy each other's company. And I thought it was really important for people that run companies like me and have my background to let people know on both sides that Trump supporters are great people and really help calm the tension because there's been too much tension for the last 8 years or so.
Experts tell me that when one side or the other in an argument exhibits contempt, that really there's not a lot more communication. It's impossible to communicate. Is that something you're concerned about?
I started the company. I did all the customer service in day one. And one of the first things I learned in customer service is people change their minds. People can be very angry at you. And I got intense hatred directed at me. People tell me really bizarre things like go kill yourself and whatnot. People change their minds, and somebody that can really dislike you can totally change their mind, especially if you stay calm and, engaged in a reasonable manner. And I think that's what I did. And I think the temperature's already changing with regards to the way people view Trump supporters as a result of what I did and other people like Elon Musk and now RFK and Tulsi Gabbard and, even Mark Zuckerberg, who was a big major Trump haters saying good things about President Trump now. So you got to address this situation in a respectful way. And I think that's what I did.
On that day, you did tweet, "The political hate needs to stop." But you also did say, "I support Trump." What was the reaction to all of that within your company? Did you get feedback from the employees?
When you run a company, you got to constantly invest in goodwill with your people. So I guess over the years, I banked a lot of goodwill. Obviously, people maybe felt differently, or there was a mixture of opinions. But, people at work were just focused on doing things that are fun and exciting. At Sticker Mill, we haven't really spent a lot of time talking about this.
You acknowledged in that tweet that many at Sticker Mill support Mr. Trump. Many at Sticker Mill also would support the Democratic candidate. If you support the other side, someone who disagrees with you politically, they comfortable, you think, to keep working at the company?
For sure. I mean, that's just the nature of any company. Unless you got, 5 employees in your company and you go out of your way to get all people that think like you're going to have a mixture of people. Some people like Trump, some people don't, but we all get along. We all have a great time together. By and large, I don't think most people even know the political backgrounds of their coworkers. They just know that they like spending time with each other and they like working together.
Now, what about your customers? I mean, some of the reaction that I've seen on X to your original statement, I mean, it went both ways, but not all of it was positive.
I mean, like I said, there's the situation where 10 million people are programmed to instinctively hate anyone that says they back Trump. And that situation is not going to go away unless people like me and Elon and other CEOs and other just successful people that can speak to both sides speak up and help educate both sides, really, like Trump supporters, that they don't got to be, so fearful of expressing who they are. And also people on the other side that, you don't have to hate Trump supporters. Trump supporters are people like me. And I did what I did to make more people comfortable. Both sides are suffering as a result of it. The people that hate Trump are waking up scared and concerned that Trump supporters are these demons. And, the people that support Trump are not living in a great world where they tell their girlfriend or their friend or their coworker that they like Trump and, they're ostracized. So, this is a situation that's got to get fixed.
Anthony Constantino is co-founder and CEO of Sticker Mule. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will also talk this week with a company that's sticking with its focus on fighting climate change. All of our office politics coverage will be streamable from marketplace.org. In Washington, I'm Nancy Marshall-Genzer with the Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.
And you can tune in at 4:30 this afternoon for a wrap-up of the day's business news on Marketplace here on 91.5 WBEZ. WBEZ is supported by Shepherd Mullen, a global law firm with more than 1,000 lawyers. Shepherd Mullen attorneys partner with their